I thought the second quarter we shown a few signs. I thought second quarter we had a crack. I think the boys were we had lapses where we were having a crack during the game, but I reckon and a simple example would be if we'd scored a goal, they were very quick to score one straight after us. I think the fact that, and it happened too often during the game, where we actually got a goal and then it went back to the centre bounce. I mean, the whole game we got smashed at stoppage. I think not how many goals they scored, but I think we were about, I think they were scored 9, 10, something like that of their goals come from stoppage.
So what does that mean when they answer that quickly, that it's a concentration?
Absolutely, yeah. And on a night where it wasn't conducive to clean ball use, if you like. I mean, to get 4 or 5 clean ball takeaways from stoppage, particularly centre bounce, mid throw in, certainly some of their forward stoppage stuff to suggest that with a slippery ball with some pressure on them, they were still able to score pretty easy goals from stoppage. Was disappointing. But I think our boys were still. I mean, there were times in the game where they were still trying to have a crack, but when the pressure was put on, and again I'll mention the stoppage again, we weren't there for the fight, unfortunately, often enough, and that was disappointing. But we get to fight another day next week. But today's performance was disappointing, absolutely. Regardless of who's in the team. We're not talking about the blokes. You could sit here for an hour and talk about what ifs and couldas and shouldas, but the reality is we had 22 players, and so did they. They lost a couple through injury during the game, and we were unable to take opportunities. We were unable to provide or get enough opportunities for us to go inside 50 and score. And some of our ball use, even though the conditions were a bit slippery, our ball use was disappointing. We coughed up some very, very simple goals, and I think they're the things that not only disappoint players, but they disappoint people watching the game.
He's still not physically strong enough as a team, you think, to match it with an older, more experienced player?
Possibly, yeah, possibly. With the guys who played tonight, some of them are still, physically getting used to the week-to-week intensity of, certainly playing at stoppage, some of our guys, but they've got to play so they can find out how far away they are, and I know one thing that they'll be working really hard to bridge the gap.
38 inside 50s, I think, for 6 goals. What's the reason for that?
We couldn't get the ball inside 50. That's ball use off halfback. We turned the ball over. We turned the ball over too often mid forward tonight, as much as mid defence.
But it's a pretty poor result even for the tiny one, isn't it?
6 from 38. Yep. I agree.
Did you not give yourself a lot of chance by playing one spare man back?
Well, we played a spare for a period of time, and then we killed a spare, and then we went 6 forwards. So from then on, we used it every now and then. But after a period in the first quarter, we went back to 6 forwards, and then it just become we were a little bit more competitive. But we wanted to try something a bit different and try and get the ball moving forward, but switching the ball a bit more. That was been our problem the last couple of weeks. We're unable to switch, so we thought that extra player coming forward rather than just sitting back would have given us the opportunity to switch and move the ball forward. It worked on a couple of occasions with the ball use, but going forward, I think our forwards got too far up the ground and they weren't leading back on a 45. They kept coming at the kicker, which meant that a couple of the Carlton blokes just sat back, and unfortunately our kick inside 50 found them rather than us.
Wasn't sort of something you created to sit back and have it look like times you 3, 4 years forward or way up the ground, almost creating congestion in the middle. That wasn't by design.
No, the design was when we had this. We'd have the spare for a lot of the game. When we had the spare, we needed our forwards to lead into the space behind them rather than leading up at the play, and we were unable to do that. So I couldn't tell you exactly how long we had the spare for, but we had it at different times. But we didn't play spare all the time for the whole night. How many do we get back? Well, obviously Trengover finishes his 3-week suspension, which is really good. We'll probably see how Thomas Scully gets through the game on the weekend tomorrow. I haven't heard from the scans from today from Marin, but he was actually a bit better yesterday. He was walking around a lot freer, and there was the swelling didn't seem to be as bad as it was, but I haven't heard the surgeon's report today, so he might be a chance next week, but he'd probably be still 50-50. I think Lyndon Dunn, he's 2 weeks, yeah, so there's 2 or 3. We've got a couple of young blokes who are playing at Casey who are also, seriously in contention as well. So young Tom McDonald's a young guy who's been playing reasonably well down back for us as a tall defender. So Maxi Gorn's been good, our ruckman. So, there's a couple for us to look at for next week.
Is the challenge for you from a coaching perspective now as much psychological as tactical, just sort of keeping them up?
Yeah, the psychological aspect certainly challenging, but I think most players are motivated by the previous week's performance. We didn't perform anywhere near what we should have tonight, and that can certainly be a motivating factor for next week. But yeah, the psychological aspect of it, we certainly freshened up this week. We trained at night, Wednesday night. We only had a touch session on Thursday to try and coming off a 6-day break. We'd had a couple of hard weeks of training, but to put in an ordinary performance tonight was not what we expected, regardless of who's wearing our jumper. So that was very disappointing. But yeah, we need to in this game. It's very difficult. It's very hard to feel the physical, battle that was on today, and then all of a sudden within 24 hours, all players are the same. They're sore and iced up, and then they get back on the horse again on Monday, and we live to fight another day next Friday night. So, and our performance has got to be better next week than what it was tonight.
It makes it challenging run over the next few weeks. Do you feel like that's make or break for your season?
For the next couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've said before, we'll look at Essendon next week, and then we've got a break to Collingwood. So we'll worry about the Bombers next Friday night, I think.
Thanks, guys.